What's up guys, we are back with another video. We're being more consistent, as you guys can see. This is going to be a video mainly just to rant, so it actually might be long just because I do want to keep up consistency, but keep in mind my channel it's a progressive state of mind for myself to actually see how I'm doing, but also to just engage with you guys. So keep in mind, I'm not going to make this a 15-minute video. It's perhaps going to be a long one. And also just because I actually need to make a video. I mean, quite frankly, it's just some things have been quite hard. Mainly in the sense that I'm acclimating myself to this new job. And it's... Actually, hold up. Before I get into it, I hope you guys are doing well. We are about to end April and we're about to go into May. We're about halfway through the year. Granted, it's the 5th month, but keep pushing, you guys, because oh gosh, it feels as if just each year is progressively getting harder. And you know, there's a saying where people don't, or life doesn't become easier, it just becomes harder, and that's why we're supposed to become more resilient. And it's hard to acclimate to that type of living or to that type of saying. So for those of you that are at least fighting through some type of mental struggle just like me, or some type of economical or social type of problem, keep pushing. You and I both are going to keep pushing. We're both going to be creating our own community. We are both going to strive and go towards things we love doing. We're eventually going to manifest that most beautiful life that we desire. But as for right now, I feel as if we have to go through the thick of it. And yeah, I mean, it sucks, but I truly believe that there's a moon and sun cycle, that everything happens for a reason. And as for me, I'm gonna go a bit into myself now, but also keep in mind I'm also just gonna try to incorporate you guys and at least try to leave some gaps as to where you guys can just resonate or relate to me, because you know, keep in mind I'm a 20-year-old male, so some of you may be able to resonate with what I go through. And for those of you that can already tell, I do have a bit of a feminine energy sometimes. I try to balance it out with my masculine energy and try to just actually act more masculine than feminine. But I honestly do think all of us need at least that balance of masculine and feminine energy. I mean, I see some other YouTube creators actually say that, like Leora, she says that, oh yeah, she's been tapping too much of a masculine energy, so she actually needs to tap into her feminine energy so that way she can feel like as if she's actually in a comfortable place in her life. And I feel as if that's what I need to do sometimes, is just balancing it out, and I do that through the videos actually. Alright, but to start off, I'm finding myself in the midst of this new job, and as always, I'm wanting to quit because I just feel as if my life is supposed to be designated for more. And, you know, I don't know how I did it back then. Back then I would work at Starbucks and I would work like probably 60 or 70 hours a week. And, you know, to be honest, there was a part of me that enjoyed it, but now that I'm 22 years later, it's as if I never actually lived that. It was another reality. It was another version of me that got to live that, and I simply just obtained the memories of that person, and that's how just realities are starting to form for me. I really cannot even recollect much of the reality I used to have back when I was little, or when I was a teenager, or even when I was still in high school. It's like all of that just seems foreign to me. It's as if I never even lived through that phase. I feel as if the reality that I'm in now, that I am in now, it's so different and it's so much more cruel, actually. But we're striving. We're trying to strive. You know, we're not necessarily where we want to be, but the fact is, we haven't given up. You know, my partner isn't here today because she's actually out doing her own thing. It's her dad's birthday, so I'm like, yeah, babe, you know what? Go do your own thing. I'm gonna try to do something for myself, and unfortunately, I don't have that many friends. That's also why I make these videos. It's because I feel as if I'm my own friend sometimes, and yeah, that may sound pretty sad, but to be honest, I don't care. I mean, I haven't found anybody that likes talking as much as I do. Even my own partner doesn't like talking to either, like, you know, just friends or coworkers. Like, she actually keeps to herself, just like me. But at the same time, it's like I have that introverted space or energy of mine, but I also have that extroverted space in which actually wants to dilute everything that's in my mind and let it just come out in words. I want to do that. So it's difficult sometimes to just see what I can do on a day-to-day basis, but no, you know what? I invested in this little set that I have right now. It's probably like $60. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. And I'm hoping to invest into more of like actual better equipment. But as for right now, like I feel as if this is good. My videos aren't quite doing quite well. I mean, some of them have actually been doing good, and the ones that are actually in my room, surprisingly enough, get more views. So I'm like, okay, that's pretty good. But I posted one about a couple days ago, and that one hasn't gotten any views. But it's okay. Actually, our TikTok, which I'm gonna start posting on more now, and I'll make sure to leave us a description to it. I'll leave a link to the description. There you go. Just so that we can get a bit more spread onto our YouTube and onto our TikTok, and so that way we can actually start building our community. I've even left a little link for my YouTube channel on TikTok, so you know we're gonna be getting some TikTok viewers soon over onto YouTube, but primarily I'm gonna be sticking to YouTube just because. I don't know, I mean, I like it more. Perhaps, I mean, sadly enough, you know, TikTok actually, right now, the video that I posted about the Zodiacs actually got a lot of views. It got 700 on TikTok, and to me, that's a lot. Perhaps it's not might be ideally what viral consists of, but to me, that's better than nothing, honestly. So, and especially when I'm just talking about what I want to be talking about, you know, that's, to me, that's golden. And you know, we're just gonna keep making videos, honestly. Like, I was watching Markiplier just now, and thankfully, like, he's back. He's about to start making some more content, and I'm really happy for him because he actually just made his movie, and he finally what's it called? He finally released it, and a bunch of us thought it was gonna be Five Nights at Freddy's, but it wasn't. So I don't know why he's doing Iron Lung. I didn't see much of an emotional connection to that game, although it was really good. I won't lie about that. It was really good, but I feel as if he has more of a connection with what's it called, Five Nights at Freddy's. So that was weird, and supposedly there might be a movie about it too. So you know, I mean, I was excited about that, but apparently he's making it for a game that came out just last year. So I don't know, that confused me. But hey, he's been dedicated to it. I'm happy for him. Like, granted, he seems stressed, but like that's the thing. I wish I had something like that. Granted, you know, I wish I could live my days in peace without like much of a struggle or anything, but at moments I actually find myself wanting to do something more productive with my life or something more spiritual, and it's hard to find that sometimes. And the only thing that I actually do feel passionate about is actually making these videos for myself. And like in addition to that, like sometimes I really love what you guys have to say about my videos. I love that, and that's why I keep wanting to make these videos, even though they're not as interesting as many people may think they are. It's like I just see other people do this as well. Like Markiplier has that podcast, Distractable. Heinz, you know, he tunes in for a podcast for 4 or 5 hours. Lior, she just makes little vlogs, and I'm like, dude, people want to actually hear other people's thoughts, or at least what's going on with their lives, or just simply want to hear somebody because there's nobody else to talk to. And like I even come home and I'm like wanting to look at my favorite YouTubers on my subscriptions, and I get sad when sometimes I don't even see anything on their channels. Like I genuinely get sad, especially Heinz, because he makes 4 or 5 hours worth of just podcasting, and I'm like, dude, I want to see that. I really want to see that, and it sucks. And then I've been watching Mystic 7 as well, and you know, it's just like sometimes he posts good content, sometimes he doesn't. Markiplier is just coming back to it. Trust me, it has been kind of hard without him posting anything. Like thankfully he's been posting here and there, like actually updating his subscribers to like what's been going on with his life. But like what I'm trying to get to, you guys, is that I enjoy that human interaction, even if it's behind the screen. Like I actually enjoy that. And the fact that, you know, there's not that many YouTubers that I'm actually, well, to me, like 4 or 5 YouTubers that are, and by the way, like just so you guys can actually have an idea who I'm talking about and like how widespread my, you know, view span is of these people, I'll make sure to leave a link to all their pages. But you know, I need more social interaction, and sometimes when I even go out to cafes, I'm like, wow, these people look like they want to talk, but then at the same time I'm just like, crap, I don't want to talk to them because I feel as if I'll just fail or like not know how to approach them. And I guess that's the introverted side of me. But you know, my selective ass, or the Scorpio placement in me, is just like I'm very selective with who I talk to, and if they happen to take an interest upon me, it's as if I can just share my whole damn life with them, just as how I do with these videos. Like I literally share so much with you guys, and I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy seeing your guys' comments. But going back to it, it's like right now is just the ideal time to make content. And even if that content doesn't pertain to anything that's going to be so entertaining or, news informing, it's just, I believe it's going to at least take me far in the future. And I say that because if I were to at least get someone else that is as talkative as me, or at least as well informed with what's going on with society, I could simply interview them and try to have a long ass conversation with them about like anything. I mean, that's what people are doing nowadays. And I really just don't want to be stuck to having to work a job. I start getting suicidal. I start getting really depressed. And thankfully the job I'm at as a behavior therapist, it's like that feeling doesn't creep up on me. But take away the job, take away my partner, just take away those two things, and I'm just like, I'm genuinely depressed. Like any moment life gives me of just having a bit of time and space for myself, I get depressed. And I guess that's because something is wrong with me still, or perhaps I'm not doing anything that's genuinely engaging for my spirit. That depression just kicks in, and I'm not sure why, and I'm still trying to figure that out. But I have a hypothesis as to it may just be because I don't have necessarily something that's engaging for me, something that I like doing. And I realized this back when I had my first job, my first good job, you could say, which was a customer service representative at this one place. And that's when I started realizing I was like, I can't cage myself to a society that only advocates for employers' own well-being instead of employees. And I despise that, just because where is the humanity in that? Like literally, for my job that I have right now, and I can't disclose that much information about my patients, but what I will disclose is that it was kind of stupid how there's like this drive time policy of 45 minutes, right? So I can only drive to a patient's house within 45 minutes of drive time, and then a certain amount of mileages as well. So miles. And what pisses me off is that, okay, so I go to my patient, let's call it patient patient one. We're just going to say patient one. I don't want to even use the letter because they're going to be like, oh, you use their name. I'm like, no, I'm going to use patient one. So patient one, it takes about 20 to 35 minutes in the morning for me tomorrow, for example. It's going to take that amount of time to go to them, 16 miles. So I'm like, okay, all right, I guess, for the 3-4 hours that I have with my patient, I will commute that. But then this is where corporate greed comes in and does not care about employee. And they're trying to like manipulate, or at least, fuck with the system as to where like, oh, you know what? We set this policy. So long as we follow that, we can manipulate our employee. Fuck that. From patient one's house, they have a drive time policy that, okay, so long as it's not more than 45 minutes. So from the patient's house, not my house, the patient's house, it's going to be 28 minutes. And mind you, this is 3 to 6 p.m. So traffic hours is already going to commence. And it might be like 20, perhaps 30 to 35 minutes to actually get there. So I'm driving to this other, and I haven't done this yet, thankfully, but they want me to. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. So I'd rather stick to the 3-4 hours, 18 hours a week right now. I'm going to try to get a patient that's actually a bit closer to my house. But they were expecting me to take on another patient if I were to like drive another 30 minutes, let's just round it up, 30 minutes from patient one's house, which is already almost 30 minutes away from my house, to do that. And I'm like, so when I'm done with patient two, which is 30 minutes away from patient one's house, what's going to be the commute from patient two's house to my house? That's like almost an hour drive, and probably an hour and 10 minutes worth of driving, because again, traffic hour around the evening, anywhere from like 3 to 6 p.m., that's hell. Literally bumper to bumper, people beeping at you, and that just sucks. And I'm like, fuck, I need to get a new job, or I really need to start making some money off YouTube, because guys, like, I really want to make YouTube. I want to make money off YouTube just because like I feel as if it's going to give me that security and that mental health that I can be who I am meant to be, to just talk and not worry about like financial shit. Like I really don't want money to buy myself all this luxurious shit. Like I have a shitty ass car. I don't have my own apartment yet, but like I want money to provide myself for those things and just make regular videos, or at least, you know, if my videos do reach some type of publicity that's just extreme, like I'm gonna be happy. But guess what? I'm still gonna remain humble. Like I'm not gonna want all those luxurious things. I'm just gonna want it so that like I can be at peace. If there's ever an expense that I have to take on that's gonna be so expensive, I'm gonna rely on that money. Right now it's like, thankfully I have a bit of money. I'm getting my paycheck and it's gonna look really nice. Not that nice. It's not gonna look that nice. That's the sad thing. And you know, I'm almost making $25 an hour with this new company, but I'm only working 18 hours, so it's good. I'm really not even doing much. I'm literally just like, you know, engaging with my patient, but it's not enough for this economy. If I were to be working 8 hours a day, 25 an hour, like, okay, perhaps I would be a bit more okay with it because I know I'm going to get that bag, you know, I'm going to be secure, but like, it sucks because I just don't have that mental security of saying, it's like, hey, you're going to have money, relax. Like back then, and I don't know how I did this, but when I did have my customer service representative job, I had 20 grand. And, you know, I want to feel this emotion again, that I was at a cafe, I was calculating how much my 20K would last me, and it lasted me almost about a year. I wasn't working for about a year. And you know, I'm thinking back on it, and I'm like, wow, I was really fortunate. I was really blessed to have gone through that, or at least experienced that experience, because you know, you don't get to see many people just quit and then like not work for a year, like unless you're super rich. But me, it's like I don't come from a rich family. I don't like it, neither poor neither rich. It's just like we're middle class, and you know, the middle class is already closing as it is. And even then, it's like I don't have the luxury to just be at peace. I don't even like spending that much money, and even then, like I'm expected to contribute to the society as to where you have to work, do as you're told, and then that's it. It's like I don't want to do that. I want to work and tell myself what to do. And I know that's some type of entrepreneur type of mentality. I don't necessarily want to get into entrepreneurship unless I actually do have the fundings for that. And I'm seeing even Markiplier does that. Like, hold on, let me just check if this thing is recording. Okay. Sorry, I wanted to check if it was recording because we're well off into the video. I think we're about like 10-15 minutes in, and I want to make sure that I'm recording myself because this is valuable content to me. But no, Markiplier, like he started his own clothing brand called Cloak, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. But like, no, in the midst of actually creating his YouTube channel, like he actually made Cloak into an entrepreneurial type of investment, and like that's blasting off for him. And I'm like, well, shit, perhaps I might try to make my own clothing brand, but like obviously down the road of like, if once I do become more famous on YouTube, I'm going to try to at least invent some type of products, so that way, you know, not only will we have our YouTube channel, but we'll have some type of other passive income that's gonna make us win at life. And you know, some entrepreneurs actually say that you know, you need to be humble and you need to give back to thank that wealthness of yours. And you know, perhaps I might donate to some charity. Like I really sometimes don't even know what to do with that, like money. Like when I did have that 20 grand, all I thought about was like, I can quit. I can stop working. I can just enjoy my life. And like, I want to feel that again. Like literally my dream is to retire around 30 or 35. I don't want to be working and, you know, breaking my back, my ankles for a shitty ass job. I don't want to do that. And, you know, granted, like the job I have right now, it's not that bad. Like there's literally, and it's woman based, mind you. So I kind of already feel shitty that I'm the only male, or like very few males that actually work within this field of, you know, jobs. But, you know, most of the people that actually applied for this job were bachelor degree certified, and they also are females. And I was the only male without any degree in that job. And I was like, at first I was wondering, how the hell did I get the job? But I was like, you know, fuck it, I probably left a good impression. My vocals are not vocals like in the singing term, but like my vocals, the way I use words, perhaps actually fit into the description of what they were looking for in an employee. But you know, I just went through my first week of work, and I'm just like, perhaps I still need to get used to it. But as of right now, economically, the way I am, it's not going to work. I need to take on another patient in order if I want to at least live a comfy life for right now. But long term, I really just want to be making YouTube. And, you know, we're going to hit that 100 video mark. We are. And I don't know if we'll even be popular, but I'm going to manifest that we are, because with 100 videos, I mean, I think that's how Mr. Beast made it. And mind you, I know I don't do as entertaining videos as Mr. Beast. And he's much more entertaining with all his challenges and whatnot. But perhaps the algorithm will start to trigger at least itself into thinking, hey, this YouTuber is actually good. Let's start spreading him to more viewers. And that's why I'm not giving up. Like, I'm actually going to stay consistent, because like this is what I need to survive at this point. I feel as if it really is what I need to survive. I love human interaction. I love talking. I get sad when I don't talk or when I'm just doing nothing by myself. So it's like, I need to do this. I really do. And, you know, sadly enough, I think I do need this job for right now in order to make these videos, because, you know, and I, like when I was at the other job, Metro Express, oh fuck, I'm not going to say the full name. I don't want to get copyrighted. But when I was a customer service representative, I was having the shittiest times of my life, almost, you could say. Like, I literally was in the bathroom stalls crying because of how miserable I was. And mind you, I was more broken than what I am now. Like, granted, I'm still kind of broken, but not as much as I was back then. You know, I was barely 18 or 19, and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, we're gonna work, and we're gonna get a bunch of money, and then we're gonna go to college, and then we're gonna become a successful person. Like, little did I know, like, everything was just still gonna be shit throughout that whole time. And mind you, I still wish I could have gotten my college degree, but COVID honestly fucked me up, and I had lost inspiration to even just do anything. Like, I did not even want to go back to classes. I was trying to do it asynchronous, and like even the asynchronous classes were just shit. So I was like, you know, I'm just gonna perhaps put this off for a couple of years. But don't get me wrong, like I wish I continued college. Like, I have a couple of friends of mine that are already about to graduate, and that kind of makes me feel like shit. And I'm like, fuck. But I mean, you look, you know. Kanye West even, or Markiplier, like they're dropouts of college, and I want to think myself, like, if they can make it with simply just their ideals, with what they believe in, then I'm gonna make it too, some way or another. I don't know how, everyone's different, but they are inspirations in the fact that they became famous because they followed what they loved doing, and they just garnered the amount of attention of people that resonated with their work. That's how I guess I'm going to win at life as well. It's just by being who I am. And it kind of sucks how, you know, my partner even says, like, just give up on that. It's like, it still hurts me. I guess it's almost traumatizing for me at this point. And I may sound like a little bitch, but like, as someone that sleeps with me every night and someone that almost practically lives with me, even though I still live with my parents, and mind you, I'm only 20. I'm still trying to get my shit together and move the hell out, but that sucks. You know, I wish I could have someone that's inspiring me to make a video every day, or at least, you know, when I'm feeling inspired, and I don't have that. Literally, I'm my own motivation. And even then, like, when I'm like in the midst of working with my patient or at any other job, I'm always just thinking to myself, is this really what you want to be doing right now? Would you rather be doing something that's actually going to engage with your spirit, or actually that's something that's going to make you happy? And it's like, yeah, I'd rather be doing that. But it's so stupid, because I have like this toxic motivation to just be like, whatever you hate doing is what you're going to need to actually do what you want to do in life, if that makes sense. And like, literally, without the job that I have right now, I probably wouldn't be making this video. And there was a reason why, like, I stopped making videos for a month or two, because I wasn't working still. Like, I actually had this one job. I quit it because I didn't like it. It was a cafe job. It really wasn't that important. But like, having a job literally inspires me to make videos, and I want to get to a point where I can actually not have to depend upon that toxic inspiration, and then just make a video because I want to, organically. And like, one thing's for sure, I do want to monetize off YouTube, but I want to make videos because I want to, not because I have a toxic inspiration. Like, and like, that's partially the reason why I'm making this video right now, because I'm already dreading having to go to work tomorrow. And like, I have 4 hours with my patients, and majority of the times behavior therapists don't even have sessions that long with their patients. So it's like, oh wow, I exclusively got a patient that I have to deal 4 hours with, and it sucks. It sucks. I mean, the only consoling thing about this is that I'm making way more than minimum wage, almost $10 more than minimum wage. And mind you, like, minimum wage in California, at least right now, 2023, of April/May, because tomorrow's May, that's $15.50. So I'm making well more than minimum wage for a job that's really easy, thankfully, but I want more. I want to feel secure. I want to just feel as if I don't have to work. And if I do have to work, it's going to be something I like doing, something that I'm passionate about. It's like that healthy struggle that you kind of need in your life to just progress, to be more healthy, to be more active. Like that's my way of just succeeding at life. That's my way of being happy at life. I need that. I really do. And sometimes I'm just like, I wish I started sooner, because, you know, I started watching all these YouTubers when I was younger, but I just didn't know I was going to take an interest upon this. Like, literally, the only reason why I'm making videos is because of college too, actually. I was like supposed to do this, and mind you, I'm a communications major. Was or still is. I don't know. I might be going back to college later this year. And I'm serious about that, even though I don't agree with the college system. Sorry, there's a bit of throw up. Even though I don't agree with the college system, I just feel as if it's at least a bit easier for people that do have degrees within the United States to actually progress in life and actually get their asses out of the rat race. I do believe in that kind of, but I still think that there's a way to succeed in life without sticking to a stupid ass college system. I don't agree with that. Literally, am I almost having to pay 6 figures in loans for student debt? I don't agree with that. And I forgot what I was gonna say. By the way, I hope you guys are okay. I know this video is already gonna be too long, but to be honest, I need to do this before I go back into another week worth of dealing with the patient. And honestly, I might quit this job, even though it's paying me really well. Like, I already applied to a couple of other jobs, but we'll see. I forgot what I was talking about. Something about 6 figures, but I wanted to know what I was talking about before that. And I guess this is why I switch off topics a lot. Damn. It'll come back to me. But I don't agree with that. I do believe that there's a way of just making a living off just content creation, perhaps. And it's going to take a long time for me. I know that. But I'm going to stay consistent with at least trying to make videos. Still not coming back to me. You know, perhaps we might have to make a part 2 of this video, because I'm like completely zoning out right now. But honestly, guys, thank you for listening to me. And I know some of you guys might not even actually make it to this part of the video, but in the future, once my videos do get a bit more popular, you guys will enjoy watching my progress as a 20-year-old from when I'm 25 years old. And fingers crossed that I make it to 25, because, you know, I feel okay sometimes. Sometimes I don't. And I'm not sure if that's healing, but it's hard to live in the reality that I'm in right now. And it perhaps sounds like I'm being a little bitch, but things just progressively keep getting harder. And the only way to succeed is just by getting stronger. So I'm going to stick to that. But we're going to keep making videos. And when I'm talking to you guys like this through the camera, it honestly feels as if I'm not even here. Like, well, I mean, like, it feels like I am still here. But the trippy thing about that is that I'm so indulged into this space of time that I'm within right now. But then once I turn off the camera, once I turn off the tripod, poof, like, it sucks going back to my reality of just nothingness. And I'm not trying to fucking sound for attention. I'm not trying to make it sound like I'm asking for attention, but literally it's hard going back to that reality, and that's why I'm kind of prologuing the end of this video, because I'm just enjoying making this, or at least I feel at peace. I'm not necessarily enjoying making it. Like I kind of still hate how I forgot what I was going to talk about, but I'm enjoying making this video. At least primarily it is for myself. If you guys can at least gain a bit of inspiration from this video, that's great. But you know, I guess there's gonna have to be a bit of reciprocity where I see your guys' enjoyment off these videos and I just gain that peace of mind that I don't have to worry about my mental health. I don't have to worry about economical struggles. I don't have to worry about where I'm living. I don't have to worry about my job. I don't have to worry about anything. It just feels as if I am in peace right now making this video, talking to you guys. That's what we want for our mental health. And it's hard to get that peace of mind sometimes. But we're gonna be okay. We just need to manifest that. We need to just say it to ourselves. We're gonna be okay. Alright guys. I'll see you on the next one.